Hi, my name is Dat Bui. This is a presentation for the final project of Cloud Computing Class E90 at Harvard University Extension School. In this presentation, I will talk about Amazon Web Services Elastic Beanstalk. Amazon Web Services Elastic Beanstalk provide the platform as a service capability for web applications. Once an application uploaded to Elastic Beanstalk, automatically handling deployment, capacity provisioning, load balancing, auto scaling, and perform application health monitoring. You don't have to, you are not forced to stay with the predetermined configuration. You still have complete control of the under the hood, the AWS resource that powers the infrastructure. You can still be able to configure these individually through a centralized management console. And essentially, the application and the infrastructure is being managed as a collective unit, such as like you can delete the entire application and the infrastructure by just one click at the admin console. You can deploy or upgrade the application. The benefit of using Elastic Beanstalk is like you can increase the developer productivity, quick and simple to get started. You get to market faster with your application. High uptime, complete control under the hood. And the best thing is free. Yeah, you don't pay for this service. You only pay for the AWS resource that powers the infrastructure. The use case for the service are website development, content management, API backend, and SaaS application. And the supported environment by Elastic Beanstalk are Java, PHP, Python, .NET, Node.js, Ruby, and Docker. To deploy an application, it's simple. From Visual Studio, just right-click on the project that you want to deploy and select Publish AWS. I created notification service as a demo, and I already walked through this through the deployment and capture all the slides for this presentation. So once you click on Publish to AWS, it starts the wizard-based deployment. And the first screen here is where you specify the account profile to use for deployment. This is your AWS account. When you install the AWS toolkit, you can configure your account profile, and you specify the region where where your application will be deployed to. In this case, I do the region is US East Virginia. Next, I select the AWS Elastic Beanstalk for deploying new application as a template for deploying the new application. The next screen is to provide some application detail, the name of the application, the description, and the version of this application. You can either check here like incremental deployment or not. And then then you configure the environment of your application. Environment of your application is the name of the environment of your application is will be part of your public URL of your application. And the type here is that you have two choices. One is load balanced auto scaling, or it's just single instant that running your application. I select load balanced auto scaling so that it will Elastic Beanstalk will managing the resource and load balance, set up load balance and auto scale the application for my application. Here where you specify the type of OS that runs your application and the type, the instance type, and the key pair of your instance, and easy to grow. Your application option here are like the targeted framework. For me, I developed the demo in .NET and framework 4.5, so this is what is being selected, but you can go back far earlier version or a newer version. You also specify the application health check for load balancing, and the email for notification. Also application environment. This is where you can specify the environment value so your application can access to it. For me, for application credential, I just using the credential profile that I selected for the demo application. And there's a final screen where you review what you have provided setting, and click deploy to start deploying your application to AWS. So once you start deploy, Elastic Beanstalk will update the Visual Studio with each step that what it's doing. So you can see it's starting creating the environment and continue tracking every step. The deployment start at 12:35 and finish at 12:28. Roughly 5 minutes to deploy this demo application. From Visual Studio, you can see the resource server, load balancer, auto scaling, notification container. So I already walked through all this, and I'm just going over to Visual Studio right now. You can see the presentation slide is on 12:13, but I just rerun it today. First, I can show you some of the metric that you can monitor, and your EC2 server type and key value, key pair, and load balancer, auto scaling. You can actually change the auto scaling property to the UI, notification, email container. That's your account. Oops, yeah. So to test whether this is working, you can click on here the URL that's Elastic Beanstalk has provided for your application, and it works. And so essentially we're looking at some of the API that's been so in this demo I have provided two types of API, messages and subscriptions. Subscription is where you add and remove subscription, and messages API, it just, you send message to it and it will broadcast its message to all the subscription. So to demo this, I'm using the client side as using Fiddler to send the subscription over. So I'm going to copy this URL and put in here. I'm going to post a subscription. So I'm say API subscriptions, and I'm going to post it. This is my email account, and I'm just, let me make sure the URL capture and then execute. So it returned 10. That's success. And so I'm going to log into my account to see that. So I got notification saying like subscription here, and I'm just going to click confirmation to confirm the subscription. Now I'm going to send a message. And the message is going to be contact test from demo. And I'm going to execute this, and it's also a success. So I'm expecting to receive the notification in my email. So I'm going back. So we got test from demo. So as you can see, the demo was showing you really quick getting the application to deploy, and it's available. I can test it right away with that the public URL, and just go live so quick. You can looking at beside from Visual Studio, you can looking at the AWS Admin Console in terms of managing the your application. So this is the slide that I captured when I walked through the slide capturing of the demo. So the deployment experience was very very easy, just a wizard base. You just walk through, that's the wizard process, and you don't have to create the AMI with application install. No setting up load balancer, no setting up auto scaling. Yeah. From the UI, you can change the auto scaling property. Previously in, I think currently, if you want to set up auto scaling, you have to run, you have to use the interface, command line interface to set up auto scaling and making change. Now you have the UI to change the auto scaling property directly. Like the whole application and the whole infrastructure, you just start it at a single unit. You just click start and stop, and you can manage through the centralized management console. What I learned from here, this in Bean, Elastic Beanstalk is really a great service for developers. I don't have to worry about the infrastructure. I don't have to worry about the scaling, the load balancing. I can just focus on the application development. that's conclude my presentation. Thank you.